It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. What he's talking to his team about is we've got to get our guy to that 1,000-yard mark. Their freshman running back has been terrific all season. They have been able to count on him to carry the rock. And he is so close to 1,000 yards, one of the most prominent stats in all of college football for a running back. He wants to make sure that his young freshman is rewarded here today, so he has challenged that offensive line to make sure he eats here in the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. They're working that left side.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw it last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
The RPO, it's complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's running free down the middle. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kronk. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quick release on the RPO. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
When you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, Bo Schembechler of Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State, and it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Again, it's Sayin. Out of the backfield, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Running inside, it's Jackson. There's a crease. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Bauer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Underwood. quickly to the tight end. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of it. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, of great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Makes a catch. On the move is the 30. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Again, it's Underwood. Finds the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cross. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Might be changing the route. Here's Sayin to throw. Firing to the right, complete.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
If you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
Motion from the wideout. The run inside. It's Jackson.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Say it. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes him talk. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the extra point splits the uprights. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. On the run from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the RPO, complete. That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Here comes the offense on second down. Might as well stick with him. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. They'll run the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Got the quick pass. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Gonna let it fly. Pass is batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and this linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running inside, it's Jackson. Got enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll give it to him again. There's some room. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Turning it on! Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's open things up with Coastal Carolina taking on the number 15 team, the James Madison Dukes.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game. Snags it, and he's open. Smashes ahead. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
He's got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And they swarm him under.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. The offense changing the play. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. showing the arm strength to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. So here comes the Michigan offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He's got him, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And this is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face, he makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
To the air, it's Underwood. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Now, this slant route you throw quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time, gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. He's got him this time. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Like, find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guys.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Breaks into the open.
And it was so positive, and you did such a good job scrambling and making a play, but finish it. Finish that play understanding, I got some positive yards. Let's get down. Let's take care of the football. Didn't do a good job at the end of the run.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Going to the run, it's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Tavian St. Clair finds his big tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic.